Howdy partners, how's it going? So here we are back in the garden again, and I'm planting out some soya beans here. These are soya beans, and I already planted a few out here, planted some out here, but we had really bad hailstones the whole week, and now look at the state of them. So I'll plant some I kept in reserve, because every good gardener always keeps a couple of plants in reserve in case something happens. An unexpected frost, a hedgehog that comes and digs it up, a cat that comes and does its business in your plants. Always have a couple spare. Don't throw them out too early, because you never know, you might need them. So I've never grown soya beans before, and my Japanese mate grew them last year, and afterwards they grow into a bush about this big, and the soya beans themselves just look like peas in a pod, and you don't eat them raw because they're poisonous, but what you do is just take them off and boil them up for a bit. And then you eat them with salt and drink beer with them. And they're really tasty, like sort of beer snacks. So that's how I am intending to use them. And I just want to see how the plant grows. So I just hope that the hailstones are done for now. Like the rule here is plant out your tomatoes, your susceptible things, plant them out after the 15th of May. Today's the 16th of May, and I planted my other stuff out too early. I didn't learn, I didn't follow the almanac, I didn't follow the rules, and they made a fool of me for not following the rule. So there we have the soya beans in there. I'm keeping it a bit small scale this year in the garden. I don't know why, I just am. So I'll get these zucchinis in here, courgettes, and there's two growing in there, and well, I'm probably splitting, we'll see. Be alright, I reckon. Yeah, with all this rain and hailstone, we've had a lot of rain after a dry spot. So I think hopefully the rain's done for a while now. Weather said it's going to get nice for a while. Zucchinis, Ziggy, you don't like zucchinis. You don't like to do poo-poos on this garden either, do you? Poor little Ziggy. So we'll put the slug pellets down straight away. So we don't like them slugs, do we, Ziggy? Now they are a bit close together, them two zucchinis, but I'm a bit short of space this year because I've been too lazy to do the garden properly. This stuff's all been in the greenhouse a bit too long. So as I said, we had And 2 weeks of real bad rain and storms and hailstones, and I've been sick as a dog as well. I've been right poorly. I have. The old deli belly, skitters. I think I got it from eating some strawberries from one of those wayside stands. Oh, it was dreadful, I tell you. It was murder. But on my first day back on solids today, so that's good. And I'm right behind with all the garden work. Loads of stuff need doing. As I said, this year is going to be slimline gardening this year. I'm not doing too much this year. So I'll work out a way to prop them up later. Now don't laugh at my potato patch, because it wasn't even supposed to be a potato patch this year. It was last year's potato patch, and I wasn't going to bother doing anything this year. But these potatoes that are growing here have just germinated from the bits that were left in the ground from last year. So just see what happens. Yeah, what does the saying say? You never miss the water till your well runs dry. And that's what it's like with your health. Oh, I felt rough the last few days, I tell you. I thought I was dying. So this is the little experiment with Brendan's potatoes. Charlotte and Cara, I think they are. And these 2 pots here, they've been watered with eau de Gary, with wee. So that's 1 portion of piss in this bucket here, and our average portion of piss is about 300 millilitres. So 300 millilitres to 20 litres of water, so that makes it about 1 to 20, I think, with 10 litres. So that makes it roughly 1 to 20. Not too strong, and I'm not sure if it's made any difference. They look strong, they look green, and I haven't really watered them that much when they first grew, but it's been so wet I haven't really need to apply the PP. But they're looking well, apart from the slugs that have already eaten some. That's why I've got my clippers here, for looking for slugs and chop them up. Well, let's go and have a quick look at the ones sans pipi. So here we have the potatoes sans pipi. Let's compact this a bit. Potato pomme de terre sans pipi. Have to watch out, it's getting a bit wild behind there. There's all sorts of stuff growing. Hazel bush that I chopped back is unstoppable. So there we have the ones sans pipi, just with the power of the Sybil. And they're not quite as big, but that might be because they're blocked off by that tree there from the sun. Come here, Ziggy. But they're doing well too. So we've got 4 pots there, 1, 2, 3, 4. And too early to say yet, we have to do the real wee test when they are ripe, when they're finished. So the potatoes are looking good. That's the old beefsteak tomatoes. I put it out too early because I'm an idiot. It's been battered about with the wind and the rain and the hailstones, so it'll perk up when it warms up, because As we all know, tomatoes are part of the deadly nightshade family, and they do a lot of their growing at night time. That means the nighttime temperature's got to be reasonably warm, otherwise they don't hardly move. And there's a couple of broad beans which just got decimated by the storm. I don't know if they'll catch on, might have to plant some more. But it's just a waste of time really. They got blown about and hailstoned on and just generally smashed up. Yeah, don't look like they're going anywhere. I might just leave it with them. As you see, everything's chives have all need chipping off again. Strawberries coming everywhere. And this little area here, I'm going to put some tomatoes in there because I've got loads in the greenhouse, but I just have to dig this out a bit. What are you doing, Ziggy? Why do you always have to go in the most silly places, eh? Hey, Ziggy? 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 Anyway, back to the greenhouse. There in the corner we have aubergines, and then we've got tomatoes, those San Marzano, pizza tomatoes, pasta tomatoes, and still some stuff here to plant out. So I've got this space here to plant some stuff in. I don't know what I'll do yet. Some cucumber there, and as I say, I haven't been able to put anything out due to sickness and due to bad weather, but we'll get it all out soon. On this side, a couple of soya beans here, reserve of the reserve, and I've got the Japanese peppers in there, a bit of coriander that just came up, and is it coriander? And parsley, I'm not sure what it is. And the peppers are taking a little while to get going because it's not been that warm. And a few magic onions in there at the front, just to keep things going. And I've got to replant Dan's giant marrows because the ones I planted outside just got eaten up and smashed up by the storm and the slugs. Maybe the cats did it. Maybe them cats are destroying my greenhouse work. Them bloody cats. And as you can see, the old Virginia creeper is creeping down to make the sunshade for those hot summer days, which will come. They will come. This all grows down like this. And good. So now we've got the garden done up to YouTube standards of gardening. Let's have a little look around and see how it all looks when it's all perfect. All hedges trimmed, watered, everything looking shipshape. Everything just right. So I just have to give these windows a clean, and I think I'll give the woodwork on here a coat of paint tomorrow. Get it all looking really nice indeed. Yes, very nice. So from me and little Looney and Mad Sybil, have a great day and enjoy the good weather that's coming your way. The garden is all finished for today, and so I think I will go and refresh myself with a glass of beer. Have a good one. Nice glass of Guinness, which doesn't taste anything like Guinness you get in Ireland or England. But it's made in Ireland, but I don't know, it doesn't travel well, Guinness. So, cheers. I've noticed that most of the gardening people I follow, and most of the ones that follow me, are of the Celtic persuasion. And even people in Canada, they're often designated, no, what do they call it? Derived. That word, whatever it is when you come from somewhere. I guess it's because we all got the same funny kind of Celtic humour. And like a garden is a little microcosm of the world, your little paradise, your little territory that you keep in order, nurture and husband. And after a good long day in the garden, when everything's just right, then you can rest a while. You can rest contented for a few hours. And I guess that's why we do it, huh?